IVM.
Some time ago, 5 successful restaurateurs came together to form the Colaba Cartel. The founders of the table, Gauri Devi Dayal and J. Yusuf, partnered with the founders of Woodside Inn, Abhishek Honawar, Pankil Shah and Sumit Gambhir to open a new restaurant in Colaba. If you've ever dreamed of opening a restaurant or love eating out, you want to listen in. The Colaba Cartel. This exclusive 10-part series is hosted by Gauri Devi Dayal and Amit Doshi.
Pankil, let me ask you a couple of questions. Why don't you tell me about how you first decided that the restaurant business is something that you want to devote your life to? Because, this is life, right?
Yes.
When you guys get into this, you have decided that this is what we're going to do forever.
No, absolutely. I think for me, the thought was never to open a restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to do something in the food space, but I had no background in restaurant. My background is in economics and computer science. Mm-hmm. But I was passionate about it. I wanted to see what was possible, and that's where Sumit and Abhishek came in.
Right.
Both of them come from hospitality backgrounds, and it's good to have partners on board who sort of bring that skill to the table that you don't possess. And we shared that passion, we shared that value system that I was looking for, and just took the plunge.
So I was looking through your bio as well, and it seems like you have a deep bent for tech. How do you think that the restaurant space has been changed by technology in the last couple of years? Do you think?
I've seen it firsthand, because I remember when we started Woodside in 2007, it was the first time that people had access to free Wi-Fi in a cafe, restaurant.
I remember
space,
that. So I used to work in Nariman Point back then, and that was a thing, right? Hey, let's go to Woodside. They got free Wi-Fi. You'll be able to do whatever you want to over there.
Yeah, so something as simple as that. Yeah. Now something that we might consider just a basic necessity in anywhere that we go.
Right.
From there to, tech playing an integral role in order taking. Mm-hmm. Even in cooking, you have ovens that are smart. You have equipment in the front of the house that can be used for making the guest's experience much more hospitable than and more efficient. So tech is playing more and more an important role. Even connecting to the guests, you have apps like Zomato that have created a bridge between users and us as restaurateurs.
Right. So that's a great overview on the industry and how tech is applied to industry. How do you think that you have kind of put things in? You gave the Woodside early free Wi-Fi example.
Yeah.
But you have a deep tech background. So how do you think that things that you have done have applied to the restaurant business or the creation of the restaurant business?
So I think it's more the way tech taught me to approach situations. It was more about that step-by-step process of finding the most logical solution to certain problems that tech taught me. And I think that is what I felt I've applied in the process of opening the restaurant as well, and in our business as well.
So even besides tech, one of the other places of experience that I saw was that you were the brand manager for Shaw Wallace over here, right?
Yes.
Does that help as well? Having the connect in the liquor industry, or rather the experience in the liquor industry from a supplier perspective, and then becoming the person who is then having a restaurant and having those relationships. How has that helped out for you? How has that worked?
So I think that for me, working with Shaw Wallace on Royal Challenge, which, I think even still by consumption is probably India's largest selling whiskey, domestic whiskey. Mm-hmm. It gave me a window into the F&B industry, because it was one of my first few jobs.
Right.
I had to start off on the field and then move into the more brand management position. Mm-hmm. They were a pan-national company, so different markets had different marketing sort of strategies attached to them, sales strategies attached to them. So that just gave me a sort of view into how different things apply for different markets, for different groups, and so on.
So does it give you a sense of scale as well, in the sense that working at a company that large and in that kind of does that influence your ambition for what you're trying to do?
Of course. Here was a company that was built in India by Indians, with a scale that is of a big corporate.
Right.
Of course, later on, United Spirits came and bought it over, bought all the Shaw Wallace brands. But at that point, to have a spirits company pan-national, a spirits marketing company pan-national was an interesting place to work for sure.
Did I just catch you on your way to work? Or did you end up pulling an all-nighter? Let me guess. You have a packed schedule for the day, the week, and probably the month and the year. That's a lot for your mind to handle, don't you think? This buzzing chaos also brings tons of negative thoughts. Am I right? Try spinning that bottle in a positive direction with me, Chetna, on the Positively Unlimited podcast, every Monday on IBM Podcasts. It's time to change your life one alphabet at a time.
Did you know that Parsis in Mumbai, instead of being left at the Tower of Silence after they die, are now cremated? And why? Because a cow fell sick in the early 1990s. Did you know that the smog in Delhi is caused by something that farmers in Punjab do and that there's no way to stop them? Did you know that there wasn't one gas tragedy in Bhopal, but 3? One of them was seen, but 2 were unseen. Did you know that many well-intentioned government policies hurt the people they're supposed to help? Why was demonetization a bad idea? How should GST have been implemented? Why are all our politicians so corrupt when not all of them are bad people? I'm Amit Verma, and in my weekly podcast, The Seen and the Unseen, I take a shot at answering all these questions and many more. I aim to go beyond the seen and show you the unseen effects of public policy and private action. I speak to experts on economics, political philosophy, cognitive neuroscience, and constitutional law so that the insights can blow not only my mind, but also yours. The Seen and the Unseen releases every Monday. So do check out the archives and follow the show at seenunseen.in. You can also subscribe to The Seen and the Unseen on whatever podcast app you happen to prefer.